Hi, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I edit my GFX, which is like not even good, but whatever. Okay, so first you have to get like your render and make it make it however you want it to make it in Blender or Cinema 4D or whatever other editing objects or apps there are, and then you render it, and then you can either use Pixlr, PicMonkey, Paint.net, Adobe Photoshop, and yeah, I use two of them. I use Paint.net more frequently because I design with Paint.net, and then I do my GFX with Paint.net, which is it's decent, but like Photoshop has a lot more options. But if you use like many popular plugins for Paint.net, then it's equal freedom. So like it's whatever. So you put your render in, and I recommend putting your canvas size to about 700 by 700 or 800 by 800, or yeah, you want to make sure it's a square. And make your render pretty big. You don't want small renders, because small renders look disgusting and not cute. And yeah, so here's a tip. I duplicate my layers, and this is like a normalized render, which is like I don't fix any of the properties or anything. I just like put it there and it's fine. And this one, which you can't really see, it's overlaid, which makes it look more glared and more detailed and more nicer in my opinion. Here's a background. I'm using this background for this render because I feel like it fits in with the colors and makes it pop, and you would want a background that fits in with the render. You don't want, like, for example, if I'm using this render and I have like a 9/11 memorial background for this, it would not match at all. And yeah, so I go on Google and I look up particles, because particles are needed for your like art or whatever. It makes it more nicer and it makes it pop out. Make sure you pick nice ones, like ones like these that just like do not fit in, look completely dumb and random and not good. I recommend using small ones, but not very like poppable, if you know what I mean. These are nice ones to use because they help shine light on the render. But I'm not going to use this one because I don't really want it to like fit in or whatever. Okay, so how to put your render into a canvas. So let's make a new one. And I delete the background because it's just white and it's irrelevant. No racism involved. And you select this. You select the render or click Control A and paste it onto a layer. Keep canvas size because you don't want to extend it. And then resize it. To resize it, you click on this little ball thingy, hold Shift, and then pull it and drag it, and it moves accordingly, and it doesn't get messed up. And yeah. So next, to import your particles into the image, copy image or save image as if you want to save the image to like your files in case you want to use it again. You copy it, and then you make a new layer because you don't want to just have everything on one layer. It'll just mess it up and make it look disgusting. You can use as many layers as you want and as it's needed because layers are good. So size it to make it fit the canvas, and then click this little tag down here in the corner, and you have these options: normal, multiply, additive, color burn, color dodge, reflect, glow, overlay, difference, negotiation, lighten, darken, screening, so for black particles, I suggest using screen, as screen makes all the black go away and makes the white stay, and it looks nice. You see the difference between this and no particles? There's a difference. There's a difference. So you don't want it all the way up, the opacity all the way up, because it looks a little bit weird. So you will turn it down just a little bit to make it look easier. And add as many as needed because we all know particles are great and we all should have them in our lives. And if you want to, okay, I'll show you an example of when you need to change the color of a particle if it's like doesn't fit your color variety. I'm not going to be using the one though. So, for example, if we're using this thing, you paste it, and for these, you do not size it. You just keep it like that. So click Adjustments, go to Hue/Saturation, and then play with the colors until it matches your theme/variety of color. Mine is like a pinkish, and you can saturate it or desaturate it. You can do whatever you want. Desaturating is nice when it comes to like black and white renders, but yeah. And then you screen it and turn the opacity down, and then it'll save that. But I'm not going to be using this one because it does not fit in with my render. And okay, so how I get my fonts is I go to this website called defont.com, and it provides you with many nice fonts. I will show you how to download fonts soon, because yeah, this doesn't really help. It does not really help. So pick out a font that you feel like will look good on your GFX. If those aren't good enough, you can go to Themes and go to any of these little genres of text that you would like, and yeah. Okay, so this is a cute font. If it doesn't work, then you can go back and read it. Okay, so how to download. Double click the zip once it pops up in that little bar. Once you click download, this thing should open. Then it has like a picture, a font document, another picture, and then like a notepad thing. You would click on the font document as it would install. That's how you install. So you double click and then wait for it to load. This is previews of what the font looks like, which is really pretty. And click install. And then it should install, and then you're done. I'm gonna get another font because I like this one. Okay, so yeah, so we downloaded the fonts, and yeah, so next we're going to learn about little icons / PNGs that are super cute and super effective when you use them. I find my PNGs off of Google as well, so like I have clouds, I have sakuras, I have tropical flowers, I have hearts, I have a lot, and they really help when you feel like you have like this big empty space right here, and you feel like, oh, I think I could fill this up. So you could use brush strokes, you could use floral vectors, halftones, random effects, anything pretty much. So I'm gonna take turns using them, seeing which one is better. So I'm first going to start with the floral vectors. And then I size it to make it fit. And you see it's going over the render. I would click on the layer and drag it under the render to make it not go over the render. Then I would go to Properties, click Normal, and change it to Overlay. And it makes it look like that. I will turn it down a little bit because that's pretty bright. Okay, so now we have the icon. and PNGs done. So let's see what they want. Okay, so how to add text. So you can either click T on your keyboard or click this little text button over here in your little toolbox and then paste it. To size, you click on this and you size it to however you want. And to change the font, you click on it. And then pick whatever font you like. Some fonts don't work with trademarks and like little things like that because I guess it wasn't made for that font. But yeah, pick whatever font you like. Okay, so I totally don't recommend putting your font this big because it taking up the whole thing looks kind of distracting and not cute. So, I'm gonna do this font, I think. I might change it during the video. I don't know. If I don't like it, then oh well, we have way more to do fun. Okay, so the little R thing isn't comprehending with me, so I'm not going to use it. Okay, I think this is good. So that's the font, and to outline the font, you could download this plugin. I'll leave them in the description. Download the plugin, and it like helps you, I guess, helps you outline. Yeah. And I'm gonna do 2 types of them because I don't really like that one. So what I'm doing is gradient and gradientizing the text, which is like making it have 2 different colors. Okay, I think I like this one more. Alright, so I'm gonna add more particles because I think I need to spice it up a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. And then, of course, the last thing you want to do is add your watermark because you don't want no one stealing your work. Put it in a corner, or on the body, or just make it somewhere where it's noticeable and you get clout. Okay, I might need to duplicate this because that's not visible enough. Okay, that's good. So then, how to save it? Pretty simple. Go to File, Save As, and I totally recommend having your own folder for your finished GFX. I have one, and I have many. You gotta create that images. But, okay. So name it whatever you want, and it says save as type, and it should say paint.net. You click on that and turn it to a PNG, and then it will save as a flattened image. Then you click save, and you're done. I'll click OK and flatten, and then you're done. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's pretty basic, and yeah, if you guys need any help, just comment in the comment section or text me on Discord. I'm free for whatever. And yeah, I hope you learned something from this, and good luck. Yeah.